There's so much to learn about living in God's promise of wealth in the parable of the talents. Take a look. The servant who received the 5 bags of silver began to invest the money and earned 5 more. The servant with 2 bags of silver also went to work and earned 2 more. But the servant who received the 1 bag of silver dug a hole in the ground and hid the master's money. Let's make this story easier to understand. I'm going to give all 3 servants a name. Mo, he started with 5, he ended with 10. Larry, he started with 2 and ended with 4. And Curly, he started with 1 and ended with 1. And now after his long trip, the master returned and had them give an account for how the money had been used. Let's start with Mo's response. You see, Mo, to whom had been entrusted the 5 bags of silver, came forward with 5 more and said, "Master, you gave me 5 bags of silver to invest, and I have earned 5 more." Now listen to the judgment of the master. The master was full of praise. "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount. So now I will give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate together." Don't miss this. He said, you have been faithful. In other words, Jesus directly attributes faithfulness to multiplication. There was nothing else this servant had done that had been highlighted. It didn't say he was dependable or consistent or loyal or anything else. Yes, those are all great qualities, but the only thing tied to faithfulness here is multiplication. The same is true for Larry. Larry came forward and said, "Master, you gave me 2 bags of silver to invest. I have earned 2 more. And the master said, "Well done, my good and faithful servant. You have been faithful in handling this small amount, and now I will give you many more responsibilities. Let's celebrate together." Once again, the servant multiplied what was entrusted to him, and it clearly connected to being faithful. And notice the master's response was exactly the same. This means that when we get to heaven, God will pay no attention to those who have the most. The only thing that matters is, did you multiply what you already had? So quit comparing yourself with someone who's more wealthy than you. The amount is irrelevant. The only score that matters is, did you multiply what God gave you? An example would be a stay-at-home mom who multiplied her effectiveness by pouring into her kids day in and day out. She will be equally as praised as the entrepreneur who multiplied his business. There's more you need to know when it comes to living in God's promise of wealth, so I invite you to enroll in my free video series called God Privilege. Get access today at cadeyoung.com. Also, go ahead and hit the like button because that'll help this video get out to everybody who needs it. Did you do it? Hit the like button and then go get your free video series at cadeyoung.com. And before you go, I want to make sure that we're clear on what Jesus did for you. Jesus gave his life, not just to forgive you, but to free you from sin. He didn't just pay the penalty of your sin, he took your sin away. You're forgiven, you're free. That's who you are when you believe in Jesus Christ. So go ahead and say this with me. Jesus Christ, I believe in you. Thank you for giving your life to save mine. I'm forgiven, I'm free, and I dedicate my life to following you. Now let's follow Jesus together. I have more videos coming your way. Be the first to know by subscribing to my email list at cadeyoung.com. We can also stay connected on YouTube, Instagram, Gab, and Telegram. Just search for Pastor Cade, and you'll find me there. I'll see you soon.